minute, though, man. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, man, they don't stop, do they? They just keep it going. Even after they done lost, they gonna keep on going. With that trickology, right? But guess what? They done tripped themselves up this time. You know? Because they, yeah, I mean, we checkmated them mugs. See, they between a rock and a hard place, the GOP. Okay, this special report is to let you know, don't get fooled by the hype. Don't listen to the media, you know, schmoozing over these GOP people that's talking about they're afraid of Donald Trump. They're afraid to do this and that. They're afraid to do the other. Look, man, these mugs are Donald Trump. Okay? Roughly 72 million, roughly half of this continent's population voted for that dude. Now, this is where the GOP is. But first, let me give you a little history of what happened. See, what had happened was after George Bush and that brother got into the office, which, you know, his memoirs are coming out. Everybody feasting on that. They're like, you know, I mean, normalcy. Can we see something? But anyway, after that brother got in for 2 terms, and McConnell and all them other mugs was like, man, we just gonna say no. We just not gonna, you know what I mean? We're not gonna give them nothing. Now, they knew straight from the door that when they did that, that would feed into the base, right? But it wasn't enough. See, it wasn't enough for them to say, you know what, we're going to say no his first term, and then the second term, hey, most of the people are spoken twice. So, you know what I mean, let's help him out. Let's look like we're better people. Let's, you know what I mean, let's keep our government focused on the bigger picture. No, they didn't do that the second term either. So, you know what happened was, so after holding on to that philosophy, just say no to no matter what he does, no matter what that nigga does, we're gonna say no. I know how good it is for the people, whatever, we're gonna say no. Okay. They got that. Then a baby was born. Okay? And this baby, you know, they thought they could rear this baby up. Okay, you know, we just said no, we'll be the no, and then when we get in power, you know what I mean, when you get in power with how you say, you know, with what you say, you know what I mean, we'll just get back to normal business or whatever. But guess what? That baby got big on him fast. Okay? And when his ass got in office, he was like, look, man, I don't need y'all, y'all need me. That's when the rubber hits the road. You know what I mean? My grandfather used to say, don't write a check your ass can't cash. Okay? That's what they did. And so now, you know, they're like, well, you know, his policies, he's following our policies, but we don't like everything. He said, look, man, you made the baby, you made the snake, now you got, you know what I mean? Now you got to sleep with that snake. You see, and now you saying that you don't want to, but in reality, he's a reflection of you. He's something that you are inside, GOP. You see, and you can't separate your policies from that kind of behavior. You can't separate the policy from that kind of foul stench that's on you now. You know, you might wear a nice suit, but you're walking through the halls of Congress and you stink. All y'all. You know, even the ones even the Lincoln Project, all y'all still stink. See? And you got the funk of Trump on you. because you didn't realize, or you didn't want to realize, or you thought that you could control an atom bomb. Bitch, once that mug explodes, it's over. You see? And it's a total wipeout. And it hurt our country, man. Something that's going to take, they think it's going to take 4 years. I'm here to tell you, and mark my words, print it on this date, it's going to take 2 terms or more to fix it. You see? Because the people that voted for him are those people who said, you know what? We feel like the minority. And as I said months ago, nobody wants to give up power. Nobody wants to give up what they feel they own. They own slaves. They own you nigga. They can put drugs in your neighborhood and everything else. Yeah, they got to change now. You see what I'm saying? But it's not going to stop for at least, I say at least 3 terms. 12 years. It's going to be at least 12 years. Because that's how long it's going to take for the majority of these people that fed this baby to die. Or for their children to mingle with us. That's how long it's going to take. It's not going to take 2 terms. It's going to take 3. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Trump may run again in 2024, but we seen him coming. And we're going to do the same thing we did now. That's why they're trying to make it a republic versus a democracy. You heard that, right? They're going to start running that. They're going to start running that game. Oh, this is a republic, you know. And what that means is that, you know, well, we might be in a minority, but, you know what I mean, we should, just because we're not a minority, we shouldn't have to, no, you're in a minority, and guess what, that's where you're going to stay. Because if it's up to me and people like me, we're going to stay on top of it. And this is how we stay on top of it, because enough about them. The first thing that we need to do as black folk is there should not be one, not one, not nada black on black crime. Should not be any murder or otherwise. And guess what? I'm going to look into this. I'm telling y'all now, y'all going to get mad all you want, but I'm going to look into this, and I'm going to go to the FBI, CIA, whoever, so I can get some statistics. And every time I hear about a black on black crime or murder, I'm posting it like they did back in the 60s about the lynching. You know how the NAACP, somebody got lynched today? That's what I'm going to do about us. Every time I come on here from now on, I'm gonna put us on blast. Period. So get ready for it. Every time I hear, I'm gonna say there was a black on black murder today. Before I even start the video, before I start the subject or the video, I'm going to say there's a black on black crime today. There's a black on black murder today. Because it should be 0 in these times. Because if we dwindle, they're going to maintain their superiority over us. That's one thing. Next, every black person, man or woman, should be watching C-SPAN at least an hour a day. Just to watch, you know what I mean? Watch the hearings. Pick something, but do it an hour a day. An hour one day. And an hour every day, read something. Read something informative. Not that garbage on social media. No. I'm talking about C-SPAN winners. You know, there's no sound bites. There's no snippets where they can pick and choose. You have to sit down and listen to both sides and hear what they're saying, so you can make an informed decision, so that you have to, bam, think. Because I'm not going to stop. This is my duty. This is my job. This is what I'm going to keep on doing for the next 12 years. Every day, every other day, whatever. Mark my word. So now you know where, because this is where we go from here. We got what we wanted. And now this is where we go. You know, no black on black crime, watching our government, and reading something informative. The last and hopefully not least, I'm going to ask you to limit your time on social media. Limit your time to 45 minutes to a half an hour every day. And try to cut down on that as much as you can. See? Because you can't allow, we can't afford to let the left tell us how to think. Definitely can't let the right tell us how to think. And we can't allow any conspiracy theorists to tell us how to think. We got to do that on our own. We got to do that within our communities. And as we do that, we'll be more informed and we'll have a better handle of what's going on in our country. Because this is our time. We got a black woman in there, another brother. We got the vice president from who serves under the brother, so it's going to be just like Obama's back in there. So let's keep the foot to the fire and let's stay focused, and I'll see you next time.